Right, I'll let you into a secret. I hate blade work. So in my early 20s when I was self-employed, I was running a few guys doing fencing, maintenance and landscaping. But there's always one job that I absolutely love to do, to be able to escape the stress, the strains and the wiles of running a business. And that was to go strimming and brush cutting. Now, I have used many different strimmers and brush cutters in my time, but I believe there's two very important factors that you've got to consider. And that is power and weight, the power to weight ratio, because you don't want something that's too heavy, but you also want the power. Well, I think we might have found the perfect combination in the Cramer Optimus TB20L. And I say that because this is running a 2 kilowatt motor at a max speed of 8,000 RPM and only weighs in at 6.35 kilos. So I suggest we get geared up, get strimming, check out a load of other specs, because this has got some other features that I definitely want to show you. Right, so before we plough into this lovely lush grass here to start with, before we get into the heavier stuff, I just want to mention the harness, because it is a very, very well designed harness and not normal one that you'd get as standard with a brush cutter. It has all of the right pieces where they're meant to be, adjustable in every single direction, and I recommend to anybody to spend a little bit of time of setting up their harness to start with, no matter what size strimmer or brush cutter you've got, because this one has all those adjustments, so you might as well make use of them. Right, so let's clip her on, this beautiful harness. There we go, look at that, how lovely. Let's turn her on, so on button there on the left, and then you've got 3 speeds. We'll start in speed 1 with the grass and then gradually move our way up through. But let's see what she sounds like. So we've got 1 speed, we've got 2 speed, we've got 3 speed. It's almost like it's got gears. There's also a really nice feature there I'm going to show you in a minute, but we'll wait until we need it. Right, let's get going. Upper gear already. Speed 2. The 6 stuff. Let's go speed 3. Now we're rocking.
The TB20L is part of Cramer's newest commercial lineup, the Optimus range, which they say is setting a new standard for professional cordless machinery. And looking at what's on offer, they might be right. With this range you'll find zero-turn mowers, stand-on mowers, hedge trimmers, long-reach trimmers and saws, disc cutters, backpack blowers, chainsaws, as well as single and twin-bladed lawnmowers, all supported by a wide array of charging and battery solutions. Now focusing in on the brush cutter range, there are 3 models available: the TB20L, which we're looking at today, the TB20H, which features a higher tower for prolonged use, and the T60 loop handle designed for more general trimming jobs. As for the TB20L, here are some key specs. It offers a maximum cutting width of 45 centimeters, is IPX5 weather resistant, and delivers a blade speed of 5,500 RPM with the line head and up to 8,000 RPM with the blade. You'll get up to 137 minutes of runtime and is built with a durable 28mm aluminium shaft. Out of the box it comes with a stringline head, tri-blade and sawtooth blade. The entire Optimus range runs on an 82 volt system with handheld battery options of 4 amp hour, 5.5 amp hour and 7.2 amp hour, delivering 295 watt hour, 405 watt hour and 531 watt hour of power respectively. The 7.2 amp hour battery charges fast too, reaching 80% in just 16 minutes and 100% in 32 minutes. Charging options are flexible and professional grade, including a ChargeLink wall mount, ChargeLink caddy and the impressive Energy Cube, designed to keep professional crews powered up all day long. With a platform that powers most common outdoor tools and a battery system this versatile, Cramer is clearly making all the right moves. And something tells me this is just the start. I think we'll be seeing a lot more from Cramer in the years to come. Anyway, that's a breakdown. Now, let's find out my first thoughts.
One massive thing I've noticed, I'm 6'2", so, you know, reasonably tall. but I'm not bending over. What you'll find with so many brush cutters on the market is that you're actually bent over like that brush cutting. Now always pull your handles back up a little bit on most brush cutters, but even with them fairly straight, they seem just nice. I'm not bent over, hunched over, I'm not getting sore in the small of my back. It's well set up for my height. Now obviously if you're a different height person, you can adjust everything on here anyway. But I think that actually fits really, really well. So far, very, very impressed. Let's go and try something a little bit thicker. I'm trying to test a feature that is on this brush cutter I've never seen before, and I can't do it because it has a reverse function. So if you block up your brush cutter or your strimmer, and we've all been there if you've ever done anything serious, where all your material that you're cutting gets blocked up around here and everything starts overheating, it will start steaming and everything will come to a stop and struggle. But with this, if that does happen, which I can't make it do, you can click onto the trigger to reverse function, which is just here. Once you've got it turned on, you can hold that button in for 2 seconds. That little green light will come on there. So instead of it going anti-clockwise, it then goes clockwise slowly to unblock your blockage. Now that's not novel and very helpful. I don't know what is. The only problem is this trimmer is so good, you don't actually need it. Now I've confused myself, but there we are. Right, so we're going to change it over for the blade because we've just hit a patch of bramble and I am getting bored of changing the line. So, off like so, righty-loosey, lefty-tighty on these, as with any sensible brush cutter. Right, so now that's off, we better change the guard, yeet that out of the way, and then replace it with this massive guard that we've got here, which is specially for the blade we've got, which is the sawtooth blade, which I'm yet to use, so that's going to be an experience. Right, so that's fixed on. We can now pop our blade on top there. Try not to lose your locating washer in the grass. On with your cup, which protects your nut. On with your spanner. In with your locating pin. And then spin that round. We're undoing it, James. Remember which way it goes yourself. There we are. And we are on. Torque to spec. Beautiful. Right, I'll let you into a secret. I hate blade work. I've never enjoyed putting a blade on any strimmer in my life, so probably won't have anything nice to say about this one either. But let's see what happens. Timber! Bing! Beautiful! So there we have the Cramer TB20L, which, as I said at the beginning of this video, the power and weight are the two most important things, and the specs, should we say, hinted towards the fact that that might be the case. And to be fair, for the size of the machine it is, I think it is very impressive. Now, I wouldn't quite go to say it is at a clearing saw level, but I'd say that high-end, 45cc brush cutter that they claim it to be, I would say they're probably bang on. Now, you might be wondering about runtime. Now, we have cut a fair little area of grass here, some of it thicker than others, and then we've also obviously done the other thicker grass beside the hedge and some blade work. Now, we've gone through 1 1/4 batteries doing that. Now, that is off the 5.5 amp hour. As I said in the video, Cramer makes some different sizes of this as well, that you can put bigger ones in if required. But the 5.5 I think works very well with regards to balance and weight distribution. So you haven't got too heavier a machine. Now, it's got some nice features on it, including that reverse function, which I still now have not managed to block it. And I think that's the first brush car I've ever done that. I don't know why this one's different than others and why I can't do that, or it's just the type of material that I'm cutting. Also, that extra protection on the bottom, where you've got that magnesium protection plate underneath, and you've also got that filter to be able to stop all of that dirt and crud going into the motor system, which is very easily cleanable. The handles are easily adjusted. You've got the 3 speeds, which throughout of all this, I've used all 3 speeds. Now, in that really heavy grass, it was on speed 3. Most of the basic cutting and the stinger nails was on speed 2. And then some really light work, I was using it on speed 1. But all the time, it's been there right at your fingertip to be able to change it. It's not complicated, it's not difficult. I think the only thing I would say would be nice if it had a battery level indicator on that handle as well. That could be one thing they could adapt and adjust. It's all there, the technology's there. It's just literally run a couple of wires and have a couple of lights, surely. Is it any more complicated than that? But there is one thing I really don't like about it. And that is not this, because it's not on anymore. But the string line head it comes with, as standard, is terrible. The line that was in it, as with most brush cutters when they're new, was terrible. That head is awful, even with that cord in. I would update that line head as soon as I got it. I'd maybe keep it as a spare in the van, but I would definitely put another aftermarket head onto this one instead of that string line head that came with, and run in some decent size wire and with a decent quality. Now, I'd say something like this would be 2.4 mil of a different design or style that's on the market to be able to go into that would work perfectly well. Another real plus to it is the shaft size. Now, what you'll find with a lot of 45cc brush cutters, petrol ones are on the market, the shaft is really, really big. Well, the shaft on this one is of a nice size. Some battery manufacturers have gone down a thinner shaft route because they don't think they need to do that. But this one has still got the motor in the end here, which goes up through the shaft and into a proper gearbox at the end. So from there up to your motor, it's pretty much same as the petrol anyway. So yeah, there's lots of pluses with this machine. We've already tried the Cramer lawnmower, which again I was very, very impressed with in a previous video, which is linked at the end of this one. Other than that string line head, and that it could do with a battery level indicator on your handlebar, I don't think I can find anything else wrong. So yeah, I definitely advise getting a demo yourself. So the other thing I wanted to mention was the harness. It is a very nice harness, as standard to come with a brush cutter. Most harnesses are a bit basic, but this is very nice, very comfortable, very adjustable, and I think I'd even buy it to put it on other machines as well. So big shout there. But anyway, we're Machinery Nation. We bring you videos every single week about tools and machinery, so I hope you enjoyed this one. But if you want to watch the video we done on the Cramer lawnmower, I've linked that right here. So we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.